In this video, I'm going to give a preview of the July 2025 BTO launch. Let's talk about the Bukit Merah project that is located along the Alexandra Road. The location is so good that no wonder it will have a 10-year MOP, subsidy recovery clawback, cannot rent out even after MOP, and a bunch of other restrictions that I'm sure you are familiar with by now. In terms of unit mix, there will be 490 units, including 70 units of 3-room flats, 420 units of 4-room flats. So unfortunately for singles and seniors, there is no 2-room flexi at all in this project. There are no additional facilities on the premises such as an eating house, supermarket, or things like that, but it shouldn't be a problem because there are so many amenities in the surrounding area. Now let's talk about the location. So this is the map that HDB gave. If we check in the Google map, I think the location is right over here, which is between the Alexandra Road and Prince Philip Avenue. Overall, the location feels very affluent because it's surrounded by multi-million-dollar condos. You see Tanglin View, the Crest, Echelon, Alex Residences, etc. The closest MRT station is right over here. You can definitely walk to the MRT station, just walk along the Alexandra View and then pass by Artra. You can also find FairPrice and several eateries there, so that's good. If you are into an active lifestyle, as you can see here, the Alexandra Park connector is just right here, where you can jog or maybe cycle. If you want to swim, the Active SG is just right over here. You also have an Active SG gym. And if you are looking for a hawker center and market, you see Redhill Market and Redhill Food Center is over here. So it's a little bit of a walk, but definitely still walkable. There are other shopping options such as this one, which is Dawson Place, but it's a little bit far, so most likely you will need to take a bus or something, or ride a bicycle, up to you. By the way, if you want to buy a new car or something, there are so many dealerships over here. You see, you have Volkswagen, you have Volvo. Okay, let's switch to the other type of map so it's easier to see. Here, McLaren is here, just in case you want to buy a new luxury car. For parents with school-going children, you will be happy to know there are quite a lot of school options nearby. You have the Alexandra Primary School here, Gan Eng Seng School is here. You also have the Crescents Girls' School, Queenstown Secondary, Bukit Merah Secondary. So it's quite a lot of schools around here. And if you are trusted with special needs angels, this location is also within the proximity of Mines Likongchan Gardens. APSN Tanglin School is also school for special needs children, but this school will move to Ang Mo Kio in 2026. And given the strategic location of this project, I don't think you will have any issue in renting out a room if you need to do so. Okay, let's do a quick recap. The main selling point of this project is definitely the location. In fact, there's not even much facilities on site, but you are within walking distance to many eateries, clinics, schools, and many more. I also like the fact that this project is also within walking distance to Redhill MRT station and definitely super convenient if you are working in the CBD area, so you don't need to spend so much time commuting. In terms of potential resale value, especially for 4-room flats, I can see how this project would be another $1 million HDB resale flat producer in the future, especially if it's on a high floor and has a good view. The location is in the Redhill area near CBD and it's also surrounded by multi-million-dollar condos, so it does help to uplift the resale value. The 3-room flat is another story though. I'll cover it when talking about the cons of this project. Having a lot of school options is also a strength because usually centrally located BTOs are far from school options, but not this one. This is especially helpful for young families who are planning to stay here for a long term. If you enjoy an active lifestyle, this project is also good because you are very close to the Alexandra Park connector and the Active SG Sports Complex. On the other hand, obviously, the strict restrictions are kinda a kicker, right? Buyers of this project will be subjected to a 10-year MOP, subsidy recovery, cannot rent out the whole flat even after MOP, etc. But this rule at this point in time is not new anymore, so it's just kind of part of life for BTO that are in good locations. However, because of these restrictions as well, you should think twice whether you really want to apply for a 3-room flat. Why? Because most people would find 3-room too small to cater for different life stages. Yet, let's say if you have more kids or if additional family members need to stay with you, plus you will never be able to rent out the whole flat even after MOP, you can only rent out your spare bedroom. And even if it's okay for you, you might find it difficult reselling the flat later on because the potential buyer will also be subjected to the same strict rules. Another downside I can think of, well, this project doesn't have many flat type options, only 3-room and 4-room flat, and no amenities on site as well. But again, that's not a big of a deal because you can just walk to the surrounding area to get what you need. All in all, I think this project is a very solid choice, especially if you are hunting for a 4-room BTO flat in the central area. I can imagine the application rate for Bukit Merah area will be very competitive because this site and the other site at Tanglin are both great in my opinion. If you would like to know more about the upcoming BTO launch, check out my channel as I have more videos about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!